we did get, I think, the best way to classify it, a lot of very cool indies. And a lot of them are coming very soon. I want to start with Stray, which is getting a release date for July 19th. We also learned that this is going to be on the PlayStation Plus Premium and Deluxe tiers pretty much day one.
Which is great.
It's awesome. I think that's a thing, you know, a lot of people like to talk about other subscription services and games coming day one. I think a thing that we've not known so far is if Sony would do that with third-party games. So to see that with Stray, I think is a big deal.
Well, because they told everyone we're not doing that with first-party
With ours,
games.
yes.
So we were like, come on, just do it.
Just do it with something.
But they didn't say they were going to do it with third-party games. So this is a nice surprise. I'm subscribed to that because I bought that year when everybody did, when it was like a price drop. So I'll get this game automatically. I'm really excited for it. It's gorgeous. Max, you wanted this game to be here today, and you got your wish. You got your cat.
Yeah, I'm also really happy to see that release date is much sooner than later. And I think they need to bang that PS Plus drum a little bit harder. Like I think one of the things that really got people to pay attention to Game Pass was that there was that logo front and center in Microsoft's E3 showings to be like, hey, play it day one on Game Pass. Boom. Like.
And they did it for like game after game after game.
Yeah, and like I think Sony needs to really just like keep doing that. Like even in this case, it felt almost like an afterthought. And like I mean, I would buy this game anyway, but like if it's going to be coming to the thing that I'm already paying for, then that's really cool to hear. More of that, please. Like that's how you compete in that space.
Yeah, absolutely. Jada, what do you think of? You know, we're now just I guess a month and a half away from Stray. Are you excited for this one?
I'm very excited. There was one shot in the trailer where his eyes kind of glossed over, very yellow, and I was like, "Is this an alien cat?" Like, I mean, we're dealing with like robots and stuff. We don't know really what the full setting as a whole is going to look like. So I'm very interested in what the storyline's going to look like for Stray. I'm very very excited for this. I just got a cat like literally a year ago, so I'm learning all of the.
Eccentricities?
All the eccentricities. That is a perfect
So
word.
wait. Your cat's eyes don't just randomly turn yellow sometimes? Take the cat to the vet. That's not normal. They're supposed to do that all the time. That's a very normal.
The eyes don't go yellow. What's happening? But no, yeah, this one is one that I think a lot of people have been looking forward to. I was talking to a few people recently, and the reveal trailer for this one did huge on IGN. Like people have been so excited for this game. So it's awesome to see we're only a few weeks away from it, and it'll be on PS Plus for everyone who, like Brian, bought that great deal to subscribe.
People love cat.
That was a really awesome one to see. Another one that I'm really excited was shown off. I believe it's coming late in September. Is Tunic.
Yeah.
This has been on Xbox and PC earlier this year, but we're already going to be getting it on PlayStation later this year. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. Have any of you played Tunic?
Yeah, I played a bunch of it. It's if you're waiting for like a Zelda game to come to PlayStation, this is your chance. This is pretty much isometric top-down Zelda. It's got like the weird obtuseness of like some of my more preferred Zeldas, like Link's Awakening and stuff like that. A little bit of Majora's Mask, which I dig. It's more obtuse than I would say your traditional Zelda game. Like there's a lot of puzzle solving. There's a lot of like you learn a language throughout this game, piecing together artifacts of like scanned video game manual from the 80s. So it's really clever. It's got a lot of charm to it. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm glad that PlayStation players get to play this game.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I think it's super smart to the cadence with which they're releasing this, because like a lot of people were speaking very highly of it on Xbox, and I can see it. Getting thrown in some Game of the Year conversations by it having kind of a resurgence of players on PlayStation.
Yeah. Jada, you were saying you've played a little bit of it?
Yeah, you literally took the words out of my mouth. Like, this game is amazing. I played through it completely on the Xbox. I'm excited to play through it again on PlayStation and get those trophies. And like Brian was saying, the instruction manuals are so just like very not convoluted, but very complex, and you have to really like decipher them, what each thing means. Like you'll get one page and it'll have like 12 different objects and like just question marks next to them. Like, go figure it out. It's very much that go and just play and try things out. There's so many hidden paths in the game too. Like, I can't tell you how many times I died and then I get through the part and I find a shortcut back to like the beginning of the world. I'm just like, oh, so if I could have just
you get those aha moments.
Yeah, I could have just skipped all of this and got to
That's awesome.
So it's play Tunic when it comes out.
Sounds like the perfect game to use an IGN guide for. Go to IG. I drop a link on the screen, please. Anyway, in addition to, I thought we would have it ready. In addition to that, some of the other indies that I was really excited to see was a brand new one I do want to touch on, which was called Rollerdome.
I want to play Rollerdome.
That's from Roll7, who, if you haven't played Ollie Ollie World, go play it. It is one of the best games this year. But Ollie Ollie World came out earlier this year. Roll7 is a great studio. They've done a lot of awesome stuff. This was, I guess, the best way to describe it, as we were during the show, was roller derby with guns.
Yeah, and Sable's art style almost.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's got a little Tony Hawk, little Jet Set Radio, a little bit of Vanquish with like the the maneuvering around people. Like,
well, I love that. Like, I mean, we saw this and I was like, oh, is Sable coming to PlayStation? And we're like, wait, that didn't have roller skates that I recall. And it's. I love this kind of retro vibe. I also think it's hilarious how like Ubisoft came out with Roller Champions and they're like, it's super glossy and finished, and they're like, yeah, but what if it had less graphics and more guns?
Yeah.
This reminds me. This is a deep cut. This reminds me so much of the music video for Justice's New Lands, which is like this weird kind of 70s like roller, which is obviously reminiscent of Rollerball, but like I'm very into this. I love the look of it, and Roll 7 has some experience with rolling things. And skateboards.
Yeah,
that's true.
I want to see them do roller skates. So
they know how wheels work. Yeah, for those who maybe haven't played Ollie Ollie World before or any of Roll 7's other games, they're really great at very like in the moment, I guess like crunchy gameplay. Like it's very much about the button presses and the feel of those button presses as you're doing every move.
Yep.
Like in the older Ollie Ollie games, you need to click a button just to land properly. Like they are really all about that. So I would not be shocked if Rollerdome, not Dome, excuse me, does have some really like finessing to it for the moveset that you're able to pull off. This one also coming in August, which is like, I think, we've all been talking a little bit about how it's a little bit of a quieter year right now. We're wondering when things are going to land. We're sort of getting this nice cadence of these indies of like, Rollerdome will be in August. We're getting Stray in July, Tunic in September. This is like a nice, comfortable rollout, I think.
I could also use some smaller games after Elden Ring. Like I'm not really, champing at the bit for like another huge open world game. I'm sure I'll play 3 of them, but like, it's going to be cool to see some smaller stuff come along.
Yeah, totally.
This is, especially with that and Horizon back to back, and then other big games coming out right around that. I've done a lot of open worlds. I like shorter games now. Another indie that I do want to touch on was, of course, Season, which we saw again. That's one that we've talked about before from State of Plays and things like that. We got a season for Season. It is coming autumn 2022. I appreciate they did autumn and not fall.
Yeah.
That's my big note.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, fall could have worked if they fell off the bike at any part during the trailer. But I'm glad that they didn't fall off the trailer, off their bike in the trailer.
Can you fall in season?
Fall in season could be a top SEO trending term.
we can figure out if you do actually fall. But no, Brian, I know you were saying during the show you were really struck by the look of this one.
Yeah, it's just really, really beautiful. I appreciate the atmosphere here, like just taking in everything here. I have like. Immediately, I'm kind of like, I didn't know you could ride your bike on a lot of these surfaces, like tall grass, but sure, you can talk to a cow, so we'll, not to get in the weeds like he just did. But this is a beautiful game, and that's what we're looking for, right? Like, this is why we bought a PS5. We bought these next-gen consoles because we want these big, beautiful, original, gorgeous-looking games. And this is exactly delivering on that for me. This is hyper stylish, and I want to know more about it, and I cannot wait to play it.
Yeah, it looks really engaging. Jada, what do you think about this?
I love it. I love all the different actions. I love that we're getting another photographer as a character in games. There's like, 5 or 6 of them that are like very well known. I'm sure there's plenty of indie characters that are photographers, but this is another one that looks great. There's also like audio recording. I want to know what that process is going to look like and what that is. What's the point of it? Like, in a good way. Like, I want to know what what this game is going to entail. Like, it's such a enigma right now, and I want to know more.
Yeah, and luckily we're only a few months away from it. Max, what do you think of this one?
I think it's gorgeous. It's one of those kind of make or break thing for me is I think how much the world sucks me in, and how my biggest fear is that everyone's too chatty. Because like when this is big beautiful world to go explore, if you just have to go talk to NPCs and they're like, I don't know, go check this thing, I'll be like, shut up, let me look at the clouds and go wander around. But yeah, no, it looks great. I'm glad.
What if you can ring your bike bell until they shut up?
Oh, it'll come through the speaker.
That would make the game for me.
You can feel the bring of the bell through the haptics on the PS5.
Yeah, it'll really make
what if they squeak like bike brakes?
Ooh, that would be fun.
Right?
That would be really cool.
Wow, a bike simulator on
with
the
haptics, like Pokemon cards in the spokes.
Yes.
We definitely need a biking simulator for PS5 now.
Yeah, that's perfect. No, but yeah, I think you're totally right, and I hope, based on what we saw in that trailer, it's one that we saw big, wide shots of the environment. Like, that's what I want to get lost in, not walking to person, giving them an item, walking to another person, giving them an item. So hopefully it is. It is only a few months away. Technically, autumn is in a few months, so hopefully it comes out then, and we'll get to know.